Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Chris, the Camping Texan here. Where in the world is a GeoPro? This weekend we're set up at Tyler State Park. This is campsite 207. Well, good morning, y'all. Hope y'all don't mind if we do a little walk and talk. It's so pretty out here by Tyler State Park Lake. Had a great trip over at Palmetto State Park. Such a fun park to visit. That was definitely cool to see all the dwarf palmetto plants and then all the hard work the CCC put into that park. It's really cool. But y'all, we're here at Tyler State Park. Tyler State Park's pretty awesome. It's in the East Texas Piney Woods. The Caddo Indians inhabited this area many, many years ago, and they knew the rich benefits of the land here. And the Texas State Park System actually came across this land in the 30s. They bought it from private landowners. Now the farmers, the local farmers said that the land, the deep ravines made it difficult to farm. So the CCC took over, and when they got here, this area was, deforestation was terrible. And so they had to rebuild this entire area and make it into what we see today. But this park is so cool. You'll see different architecture here that's used at any other CCC park in the state of Texas. But listen, y'all, come and join me. We'll check out Tyler State Park. Well, y'all, it'd be my pleasure to show you around the campsite. We're in 207 in the Lakeview camping area here at Tyler State Park. We have a very long pad, y'all, asphalt pad. It does have a slope left to right, but oddly enough, we were able to get it leveled out real nice. It didn't affect us. Services 20, 30, 50 amp electric and water. Everything hooked up quite nice with the services. I've got a water hose I need to replace. It's got a little drip there, but that has nothing to do with their services. You guys get a really nice yard here. There's a lot of space for your dogs, your children to play and roam. You have to admire the stonework that they put into the campsite here. We chose not to do a modified porch. We had kind of a bi-level situation going on, so it was really kind of cool how we set up our sitting area here with our prep tables. We did not use the picnic table at this campsite. It looked like it needed to be pressure washed, so we didn't even sit on it. But you do get a picnic table, no shade shelter on a concrete pad. One of the things I don't like in my campsites are electrical boxes and telephone poles. But I'll let this one go because, guys, look over here. You do get a really nice view of the lake from 207. So if you're looking for a back end site that's going to give you a good view of the lake, if all the pull-through sites are taken, it's not a bad site for a view of the lake. And then it's always the little things that make a park. Look, guys, look at the stonework that they put in this campsite. I really like it. You guys also get a single hook lantern pole and an in-ground grill and fire ring. There is a small trail back here that leads to the main road, and you may see children playing or coming through here on their way to other places within the park, as well as there is a small cut-through site to another campsite next to me here. So all in all, I say it's not a bad campsite. Just know that it does have a little slope because you're on the hill, and then you have this this power pole here to deal with within your campsite. But I think the payoff is worth it to have this view of the lake. One other thing I wanted to mention about the services within this campsite, you guys also get sewer. This is a full hookup campsite. I haven't hooked mine up yet. I'll do that this morning. But definitely a bonus for staying in the Lakeview camping area. Now, y'all, let's talk about insects and services. I didn't even put up the cell booster at all. We didn't need it. AT&T and Verizon, we had good signal on both carriers. We were able to make phone calls, send text messages, surf the internet. Now, this is not a good site for satellite TV. I've got these trees and these branches here. So we found a few on-air channels, and we weren't going to be here that long, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. But Just know if you're doing an extended stay that 207 may not be the best for satellite TV. Now, I didn't see any insects while we were here at our stay. It's really cold. It's a weekend before Christmas, about 28 degrees this morning. We saw a couple of raccoons when we pulled in Friday night, but really nothing else to mention. If you guys need supplies while you're here, they have a park store, and it's located across the lake. I don't know if you guys can see over there, but they've got some basic items that you can purchase. If you need anything more than that, there's an Exxon gas station located just right across from the main gate to the park, and they have gas. I believe it's $2.59 a gallon, and then they also have small grocery items. But we chose to, we drove into Lindale, which is about 10 to 15 minutes away, and Lindale has a Dollar General, which is always one of our favorites for getting items like propane and ice and charcoal and things like that. And then they have a Sonic if you want to stop and get a drink or something before you head back. And then they also have a Brookshire Brothers, where you can get they have a little bit more extensive selection of groceries. Another campsite that I think you'll really enjoy here in Lakeview is 208. 208 has a little bit of an obstructed view with the trees, but you still get a good view of the lake. Y'all, this is a great level pad site here. Asphalt, you could get a Class A or a fifth wheel in here. 20, 30, 50 amp electric and water, y'all. Some nice big large boulders here in the yard. I love how they use the blocks here to create a completely different sitting area up by the picnic table. Could use a little bit of pressure washing, but it's on a nice concrete pad. Double hook lantern pole, in-ground grill and fire ring. And then you guys get all this space back here. Look at this. I know it's hard to see with the leaves on the ground, but you get a nice tent pad back here. And then probably one of the biggest yards of any of the campsites here. Plenty of places to play, walk your dog, throw a frisbee. Your children will love this campsite. So y'all make sure y'all check this one out. Now I want to show you guys one other site in the Lakeview camping loop that is the creme de la creme. 214, y'all. If you can get it, this park is a hard reservation to get anyway. You may have to book this site several months in advance. But the view, guys, is, oh, it's totally awesome. It's a pull-through site, full hookup, 20, 30, 50 amp electric and water. Nice level pad. Really cool stone boulders here in the campsite. In-ground grill and fire ring. You got some nice blocks. Here they put in some landscaping blocks to give you a defined sitting area up here. Double hook lantern pole. You got a picnic table on a concrete pad. No shade shelter. And then look at the payoff. Look at that view. Wouldn't you like to wake up to that every single morning? Just so beautiful, y'all. Now over here in Big Pine, they don't allow any tents. So there are several different camping areas within Tyler State Park, but they don't allow tents within this particular campground. They do have a couple of large-sized dumpsters here that you can get rid of your trash. This is also located across from the restroom facility here in Big Pine. And then y'all check this out. They have a nice little firewood rack. $5 for 8 sticks, and then they have an Iron Ranger there that you can put your money in, and then it looks like all proceeds help the park. So what a great program that they have. Now over here in Big Pine, located across from the park host, is campsite 315. What I like about 315 here in Big Pine is if you're coming in late, you can just pull in right here. You're not going to disturb anybody, but your services, y'all, 20, 30, 50 amp electric and water. Really nice, large site. You guys get a picnic table. There's no shade shelter over the picnic table. A little bit of frost this morning. It's really cold. And then a concrete pad, as well as a lantern hook and pole. And then you also get a nice fire ring, in-ground grill and fire ring. A lot of stonework in the yard here. Just overall, I like this pull-through site. It's quite large. Any size rig will fit in here. And then you've got quick access to the lake trail down here, the Lakeshore trail. So if I was staying in Big Pine, this would be one that I would certainly go for. Since Lakeview and Big Pine camping areas both are full hookups, I doubt you're going to need this small dump station that they have. But just in case you do, it's located right across from the restroom, right by the Big Pine entrance. But they do have a single sewer connection and a non-potable water tap for you guys, just in case you need it. Now, the camping loop I'm in now is Cedar Point. Cedar Point is electric and water only. This is 103. I really like 103 because it's a pull-through site, and then you get the entire ravine back here with a nice view of the woods back here. But a little bit of stonework in the campsite, in-ground grill and fire ring. You get a picnic table on a concrete pad, a double hook lantern pole. Nice long level asphalt pull-through site. You can get any size rig in here, Class A, fifth wheel, 20, 30, and I do believe it's 50. We'll double check. Yeah, 20, 30, 50 amp electric and water. So overall, not a bad campsite, y'all. I like it. Right across from the park coast. Now, if you choose to stay in Cedar Point, you guys will need to come and visit the dump station. The dump station is quite large. Big driveway. You can get a couple of nice sized rigs through here. They have a garbage can, a dumpster rather. You can get rid of your trash, your gloves. They continue to maintain the beauty of the park even within the dump station with the large boulders that they have here. But check it out, y'all, a working light. And then they have a single sewer connection with one non-potable water tap. You'll have to supply your own water hose if you want to do a black tank flush. And then, of course, a smaller garbage can there. But while you guys are out here dumping your tanks, you can come over here to the side and check out the new headquarters building. They are really coming along on the headquarters, and it won't be long before it is opened. So we anticipate that date and can't wait to get out here to see it. If you guys would like to do some primitive tent camping at Tyler State Park, make sure you check out 505 in Dogwood Ridge Loop. This campsite, guys, has to be one of the best here for pitching your tent and having an awesome view of Tyler State Park Lake. Now, the campsite, it needs some help. The driveway does. The asphalt driveway is starting to break apart. Your picnic table doesn't have a shade shelter, but you do get a nice concrete pad here. It looks like they could use a little bit of pressure washing. You guys also get a double hook lantern pole as well as an in-ground grill and fire ring. And then, of course, here's your water. This is a water only site, no electricity. And then a place to pitch your tent right here off to the side. But what a beautiful view of the lake, y'all. So if you're looking to do some primitive camping, make sure you check out 505. So I want to show you guys another really cool camping loop here. This is Red Oak. This is very similar to Dogwood Ridge. This is 604. The only difference over here at Red Oak is that you guys do have a restroom facility close by if you need to use the restroom. But 604, y'all, has its own little parking area over here to the side. And then you get a driveway here. The asphalt, once again, it's a little chewed up. You can still get your vehicle in here. A double hook lantern pole, a place to pitch your tent with a gorgeous view of the lake. And then, of course, you get your picnic table on a concrete pad and your in-ground grill and fire ring. But just another great option for you guys to come out here and do some camping at this beautiful park. I tell you what, now, Tyler State Park just doesn't disappoint, y'all. This is Hickory Hollow. This is 705. So once again, tent camping. This is a fantastic site, y'all. The pad site asphalt, it's a little bit better than the other camping loops that we were in earlier. Now you get water, no other services than water. You actually get 2 water taps in this one. It's a larger site, much larger site. And then a couple of picnic tables, concrete pads, double lantern hooks, place to pitch your tent. And then there's an in-ground grill and fire ring. But what a view, y'all. And you can see the lake. Just another fantastic camping option out here. If you're interested in tent camping in Sumac Bend, then 802 is for you. Now, what I think is cool about this campsite is that you got to go up this little hill here to get to it, and it's very secluded, it's private, it's out of the way. You're kind of like the king of the hill here. And you guys get water. There's your water tap. You get a double hook lantern pole, in-ground grill and fire ring, place to pitch your tent back here. And then, of course, there's your picnic table on the concrete pad. But look at this. Like, there's nobody messing with you up here. You are all by yourself on this hill. And what a great campsite. Now, if you don't own an RV, you don't want to mess with buying a whole bunch of tent equipment to store in your house, you're not going to use it that often, they have the short leaf shelter area at Tyler State Park. This is 928. I really like 928, y'all, because it's got some really cool stonework in it. It gives a little bit of character. It also has a private access trail with steps that lead up to the restroom facility. So if you're staying here and you need to go to the bathroom, it's right there. You guys get an in-ground grill and fire ring, as well as a lantern pole with a hook. You also get a water tap. All these come with water taps in the yard, so that you can wash your hands, wash your dishes, whatever you need to do, get water for doing those kind of things. I like the big tall pine trees. I think that gives this site a lot of character as well. Now, see if this one's unlocked. Oh, it is. Cool. All right, so this is what you guys get. This is pretty standard in our state park system in Texas. You get a concrete floor. You get some power outlets and a light. You'll need to bring any kind of bedding, a blow-up mattress, a cot, whatever that you want in here. You do get some netting, some screen on the windows to help keep the bugs out, the fire extinguisher. They usually give you guys a broom, but I don't see one in this particular shelter. Really nice, just really nice surroundings out here. And then, of course, you get external power as well. You want to plug your lights up out here so that you can enjoy sitting outside. You can do that as well, but they also give you a picnic table that you can sit at, and then you could also put your chairs out here and make it more cozy. Now, the difference between the short leaf shelters here and then the cabins over at Creekside, the cabins are very similar to these, except they have air conditioning. So if you don't want to mess with AC in the summertime, you don't want to sweat, then go check out Creekside over there. They look pretty much identical to these, except on the back wall here, they have an air conditioned unit that's built into them, and they're a little bit more sealed. Blackjack Savannah is interesting, y'all. It kind of reminds me of Goliad, how they have the excess RV parking lot kind of in the back. This reminds me a lot of that. If you have a rig that has, your 30 amp, they've got 30 amp service here. It's a group camping situation is what it is. And so this entire ring that goes around here is reserved for your campers. So let's say you have a large group, you're having a family reunion, and you all have, fairly small campers. You can come and set up out here side by side. You've got all the space out here to have your gathering. They've got in-ground grills with fire rings, aluminum picnic tables underneath a pavilion, water taps out here. They've got a grill. You've got a perfect setup to have a family reunion or a family gathering out here. This is really nice under here. They have lights and ceiling fans. Just a really cool meeting space. And then you guys get your own restroom facility, which is cool too. And you're also located close to the bird blind, so there's some trail options for you as well. But just a pretty neat little area. Well, I hope you're all enjoying your tour of Tyler State Park so far. Go ahead and lace up your hiking boots and I'll show you around the trails. So y'all, the first trail we're going to check out here at Tyler State Park is the Whispering Pines Trail. This is a short 1 mile trail. It's located right across from headquarters, so you guys can park up here. This trail, believe it or not, y'all, is over 80 years old. Unbelievable. Some features that we're going to look for on this trail include a concrete wading pool, a small waterfall, as well as Beecham Springs. So y'all come and join me and we're going to check it out. Now, the first thing that I notice on this trail, y'all, is that it is not flat. In fact, it's very hilly. There's a lot of roots that you have to overcome. There's some steps. So make sure that you're ready for this trail. But the first feature that we come to is a children's wading pool. And there's a really cool informative panel here that you guys need to read. This is actually a feature that the CCC built that never came to fruition. They wanted this to be for kids. They dammed it up, they filled it full of water, but unfortunately algae started to grow in here and it made it too slick for the kids to get into. So now we just have this beautiful rock feature to look at on the trail. As you walk along the Whispering Pines Trail, you can't help but notice the tall pines and the deep ravines. This is very characteristic of a lot of East Texas parks that we see. In this area of the trail, the CCC built a rock waterfall, a trickling waterfall. And part of the design, if you read the informative panel here, the part of the design was that it looked as natural as possible. And they wanted you to enjoy the sights and the sounds as you walk through here. Unfortunately, everything's dry right now and can't see any water moving, but this is the area where the waterfall was built. And I mentioned this because right across from this trail, Tyler State Park has diligently been working on a new headquarters facility. And I want to give you guys as close up of a sneak peek as I can. This is right off of the main road. Look at how beautiful that is, y'all. That's well deserved for Tyler State Park. So we're happy to see them get that. That's pretty awesome. This is pretty cool here, y'all. Right as you cross this little bridge on the Whispering Pines Trail, make sure you take a moment to listen to the water run on this little brook here. This is so cool. And then after you cross the bridge, check out these really nice stone steps that the CCC put in. Now, this rock waterfall built by the CCC has to be the crown jewel on the Whispering Pines Trail. This is just so awesome. We're so grateful for the CCC craftsmanship they put into structures like this. So make sure when you're out here on this trail that you take some time and just really take in all the beauty. Well, y'all, the Whispering Pines Trail was really cool. What a neat interpretive trail. A lot of different CCC structures to see, but the next trail we're going to check out is the Lakeshore Trail. So y'all come and join us. Y'all, the Lakeshore Trail here at Tyler State Park just provides a gorgeous view of Tyler State Park Lake. This lake and this arrangement of the dam, it reminds me so much of my visit to Huntsville State Park. If you haven't checked that video out, please do. But just take a look at how beautiful this is. A person canoeing this morning. But you can see the beautiful CCC facilities across the lake there. Just so pretty. Y'all gotta get out here and check this park out. Well, y'all, what's really cool is right off of the Lakeshore Trail, they have several little private areas down here by the lake where you could throw a line in the water. So make sure you check out the Lakeshore Trail and bring your fishing gear. So if you have children, you guys absolutely have to check this out on the Lakeshore Trail. They have these stumps that are just huge, oversized stumps, and so your children will enjoy hopping across these to get back on the trail. Just another cool feature here at Tyler State Park. This part of the Lakeshore Trail offers a really nice bench. You can sit and watch the wildlife, as well as a really cool bridge to walk across. Another memory from Huntsville State Park, y'all. If you've been to Huntsville State Park, they have just, it seems like miles of boardwalk on their trails. Well, Tyler State Park has something very, very similar behind the shelter area here. So make sure you get out here and take a stroll across their boardwalk, and you can see the lake and look for birds and things like that. Well, y'all, as I conclude my hike on the Lakeshore Trail, I can't express how much fun it is. Make sure that if you don't do any other trails while you're here, let's say you're here for a day, make sure you do this trail. You see so much, just like the amphitheater right here that's facing the lake. So pretty. And I also want to mention that this trail, it actually leads right back into the Lakeview camping area. So if you're staying in Lakeview, you're right here. The last trail that I'm going to show you guys is the Blackjack Nature Trail. And one of the reasons I want to show you this trail is because it's so much different from the other trails in the park. Sure, you have your informative panels just like any other type of interpretive trail, but look around, guys. What do you notice? Well, if you said there's a lot of grass, you'd be right. The ecosystem changes on this trail. You kind of lose some of the hardwoods, the pine trees, and you notice a lot of grass. So that's very interesting that you've got a completely separate ecosystem going on out here at Blackjack Savannah. So y'all follow me. We're going to go out here and check out this bird blind. Now, the bird blind here at Tyler State Park is pretty small compared to some of the other parks that we visit, like Davis Mountains, for example, but it still gets the job done. If you're a birder and you like to come out here and check out birds, this is the perfect little setup. You know, they've got it's open to the elements. They've got a bench out here, and then there's a few windows that you can look through. But this, I always like to give a shout out to the Scouts. This was a Gold Award project by Aspen Cunningham, Troop 1, March 2022, Bird Oasis Girl Scouts. So way to go, Aspen. Thank you for providing this to us, Tyler State Park. It's always wonderful to get out here and see what kind of birds that you can see. My favorite is the cardinal, and we see a lot of the cardinals at our state parks that we visit. So just another great area for you guys to check out. So I showed you guys a little private fishing hole, but located right off the Lakeshore Trail as well. They have a standard fishing pier you guys can come out to. That has a couple of lights out here. Such a pretty place to come and fish. After you've done a little fishing at the Southside Fishing Pier, come over here to the Southside Day Use area. You guys can see more really cool CCC craftsmanship here in the rock wall that they built. Tyler State Park has a couple of picnic tables out here. What a beautiful view of the lake. And then also you guys get a nice in-ground grill and firing if you want to sit out here and do some steaks and just enjoy this beautiful lake that they have. So y'all, one feature that you definitely have to check out when you come out to Tyler State Park is the CCC overlook. Now, the trees have all grown up since this was built by the CCC. At one time, just stand here and imagine you could see an unobstructed view of the lake and how pretty that would be. But make sure that you come out here and explore this. You can still see the old trail that leads down to the lake and the Southside picnic area. So it's still really cool to come check out. The Browns Point picnic area, located right off the Lakeshore Trail, offers not only scenic views of the lake, but they have services out here too, y'all. They've got water taps out here for you, standing grills, aluminum picnic tables. All of this is located underneath the shady trees. What a great place to bring your picnic and spend some quality time with your family, throwing a frisbee, a ball, doing some fishing or swimming. Just a great place to hang out. So Tyler State Park has a fantastic swimming area. This park reminds me a lot of Dangerfield State Park. They have a swimming platform out here, and it's just really nice. It's really well kept, really manicured, maintained. Just a great place to come out here and enjoy some time in the lake. Now, what's interesting about the facilities here at Tyler State Park is when the CCC built the bathhouse here, as well as the concession building, and you notice that the CCC structures look a little bit different than what you would see at like Paladuro Canyon or Garner State Park or some of the other CCC parks, where they really incorporated building the structures up from the ground, making them look like they're part of the natural surroundings. So it's really kind of cool how the park board went toward a more modernized look at this particular park. But nonetheless, it's very beautiful. The work that and the detail that went into this, maybe on a modified scale here than what you would see at another park, like for instance this overlook. Some of the other state parks, this would be a much larger dance floor. So it really does work well at this park. And while we're standing here, if you guys look straight across the lake, the earthen dam was also built by the CCC. In 1963, a 100-foot section of that earthen dam collapsed, and this entire lake, Tyler State Park Lake, drained. And so the state park system got back on it. They rebuilt it in 1975. They reopened this lake. So just a little bit of history for you guys. I love it when our state parks decorate for the holidays. It really helps get in the spirit. Village Creek, I stayed there New Year's Eve last year, and they had decorated their park. It was really cool. So it's really nice to see the Christmas lights out here, and they've got the little snowman blowing around. It's just so cute, so cool. But this is the concessions building. This is otherwise known as the park store, and you'll come here if you want your stickers and your shirts and things like that. And then y'all check this out, how cool. We got a water fountain here. It's really cool. And then just look around how nice this is. The steps and everything's just so well kept. Just such a beautiful park. You can tell that they really do a good job. They work hard to keep everything in order here. Now, after you've done some swimming and you want to come down and get you a canoe or kayak or maybe a paddle boat, come visit the Boathouse, y'all. And they've got all kind of rowboats for you to rent. We have an ice machine down here with some picnic tables. Just a great little place to hang out, if nothing else. Take a couple of pictures or just enjoy the sights and sounds of nature. If you have a large family event or maybe a family reunion coming up and you would like to reserve a spot at Tyler State Park, make sure you check out the Northwoods Pavilion. They have plenty of parking out here. You're going to be really impressed with the facilities out here, y'all. There's several picnic tables, aluminum picnic tables at that, located underneath this really nice shelter. Y'all, they've got some ceiling fans out here as well as lights underneath here, and then a really large grill for you. How nice is this, y'all? It's all open air, so you get to enjoy your natural surroundings while you're having good conversation with your family or friends. There's a standing grill here, an in-ground fire ring, and then here you go, guys, a nice big grill. Imagine your steaks or your brisket fired up here. Everybody's sitting around enjoying the birthday party or what have you. Y'all get out here and check it out. Also want to mention how beautiful these boulders, these rocks are. This really adds to the landscape here at the Northwoods Pavilion. But y'all, after you finish your meal, you've had your steak and you've had your birthday cake and ice cream, and you've got energy left over, they have a Loop D access trail right here. So y'all come out here, check out the trail, get your exercise, walk off your food. Just a great facility. If you're looking for a place to park to check out the CCC Bridge over here, make sure that you stop by the Lake Spring picnic area. They have several aluminum picnic tables, standing grills, and water taps out here. This is also located close to Loop D. If you want to do that really long hiking trail they have here, as well as the boat ramp over here. So let's go check out the CCC Bridge. What's really cool is how they work all the rock into the landscape out here. It's just so pretty out here. And then, of course, the bridge. You've got the original rocks that the CCC put in back here. So make sure you take a stroll across this bridge. How pretty is that? Next up, y'all, at Tyler State Park, we have the boat ramp. And hurry, there's no wait, plenty of parking, lots of space today for your truck and trailer. But in all seriousness, guys, get out here and check this out. They also have an amphitheater located off to the side. I'm sure they put on some pretty cool interpretive programs over there. Just a beautiful place to go fishing, take a hike, look at nature, bird watch, whatever you want to do. They've got a little bridge out here with a couple of benches. Just such a pretty park. We all had an amazing visit to Tyler State Park. I always love checking out our state's CCC parks. What a treasure. Y'all really got to get out here and check it out if you have not. But it's time for me to hit the trail, y'all. Moving over to Lockhart State Park the week of Christmas for a few days, and then heading up to Lake Brownwood for a few days. So y'all come and check those out with me. But listen, all my current subscribers, guys, I appreciate you so much. You rock. Thank you for your support. And all my future subscribers, guys, what are you waiting for? Get on board. See a lot of cool parks like Tyler State Park. So make sure you join me on my travels. Remember, if there's a park that you would like to see, make sure that you drop a note in comments and I'll check it out. Remember, guys, I'll see you at the campsite.